Let me begin with a simple thought. Life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. Now, that's not dramatic, it's not fancy, but it's true. And the most important change you'll ever make is not changing your job, your city, your friends, or even your income. The most important change is changing how you think, changing your personal philosophy. You see, all of us arrive at the future carrying the philosophy we've been practicing. If you don't like where you are, don't complain about the address. Check the direction. Think about that for a moment. The future is not some mysterious place you accidentally fall into. It's where your current habits are taking you. Now, the title says something about 5 goals that can make 2026 your best year. But before we talk about goals, we have to talk about the thinker who sets them. Because goals don't work on people, people work on goals. And if you don't work on the person, the goals won't stick. I used to think success was something you chased. I really did. I thought if I worked hard enough, stayed busy enough, ran fast enough, something good would eventually bump into me. Until I learned something simple. Success is not pursued. It is attracted by the person you become. That changed everything for me. Changed how I woke up in the morning, changed what I read, changed what I tolerated, changed what I tolerated, changed what I expected from myself. Now, let's talk about personal philosophy, that quiet collection of ideas you live by, the stuff you never wrote down but you practice every day. Your philosophy determines whether you blame or take responsibility, whether you grow or stay the same, whether you plant in the spring or complain in the fall. Here's what I learned the hard way. If you don't design your philosophy, you'll inherit one. From your parents, your environment, your past disappointments. And inherited philosophies are usually unexamined. They sound like this: that's just the way I am. Or people like us don't get ahead. Or maybe next year will be better. Well, hope is not a strategy. It's a good thing, but it's not a strategy. Now, let me tell you a little story. I once met a farmer who complained every year about his harvest. Same speech. Too much rain, not enough rain, government problems, market problems. And finally I asked him, what about the seed? He looked at me like I'd insulted his family. He said, seed is fine. And that's when it hit me. He never questioned the one thing he could control. And that's what most people do with their lives. They curse the seasons, but never adjust their philosophy. Because here's the truth. The seasons will never change to suit you. Winter will always be winter. Spring will always be spring. You cannot negotiate with January. You cannot plead with August. But you can learn how to dress in winter, plant in spring, cultivate in summer, and harvest in fall. And life is exactly like that. There are winters in life, times when it seems nothing is growing. Money is tight, motivation is low, progress is slow. And here's the danger. Thinking winter means failure. It doesn't. Winter is simply preparation time. It's the season where character is built, patience is learned, and roots grow deeper where nobody can see them. The morning discovered where nobody can see them. I used to curse my winters until I learned that winter sharpens you. If there were no winters, we would be spoiled. We'd never learn strength. We'd never learn gratitude. So when winter comes, and it will, don't quit. Just change your strategy. Read more, learn more, reflect more. Because winter is not forever. Then comes spring, opportunity, new ideas, fresh starts. But spring is tricky because spring makes promises it doesn't automatically keep. Spring says if you plant now, you can harvest later, but you have to plant. Hope without action is just a wish. and wishes don't grow crops. Some people admire spring. They say, "Isn't this beautiful?" and they never plant a thing. Then they wonder why fall is empty. Don't admire opportunity. Seize it. Then comes summer. That's the season of protection and discipline. You've planted, now you have to guard it. Weeds grow faster than crops. Neglect grows faster than progress. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is simply choosing what you want most over what you want now. And here's one of the great truths of life. We all suffer from one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. I used to avoid discipline. I thought it was restrictive. Until I realized discipline gives you freedom. The disciplined reader becomes free from ignorance. The disciplined saver becomes free from panic. The disciplined learner becomes free from limitation. And then comes fall, harvest time, results. And here's the brutal truth. You don't get paid for intentions. You get paid for results. You don't get paid for reading books. You get paid for what the books help you become. And fall never lies. It tells you exactly what you planted, how well you tended it, and whether you stayed the course. Now, all of this brings us to goals. Because goals are not about the future as much as they are about the present. They pull you forward. They shape your daily decisions. They give discipline a reason. Let me give you the first goal that can make 2026 extraordinary. Decide to work harder on yourself than you do on anything else. I used to work very hard on my job. Long hours, busy days, and I stayed broke. Then someone said something that rearranged my thinking. If you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you'll make a fortune. Not just money, fortune in skills, fortune in wisdom, fortune in confidence. Your income will rarely exceed your personal development. That's not punishment, that's fairness. Value determines reward, and the marketplace pays for value. So make it a goal to become more valuable by the end of 2026 than you are today. Read more books, listen to better ideas, learn from people who know more than you do, and don't be embarrassed to be a student. The day you stop learning is the day you stop growing.